This evening's game is brought to you in association with Direct Waste Management Limited and Orca Telecom. Buckie Thistle have their work cut out this evening as league leaders Brora Rangers are in town. Around 400 supporters are expected here at Victoria Park after the Jags have offered free admittance to both home and away supporters. Two ardent Buckie Thistle fans who won't be in attendance this evening are Brian and Tracy Duncan, who are currently on honeymoon in Dubai. After their church service last week, Tracy had a big surprise for Brian and they made a detour in their wedding car to Victoria Park for a quick photo with the team. The weather this evening is nowhere near as nice as it will be in Dubai, but hopefully nowhere near as bad as it was in this fixture that was abandoned earlier this season due to the high winds. Referee Thomas Shaw's whistle gets us underway. Tokely back to Houston and down the line looking for Mackay. Can't quite bring it down. Good interception. Here's Davison. Knocks it out wide and here goes Conway. Just overcooks the touch and it's cleared. Mackay will pick it up on that far side. Mackay's delivery towards the edge of the box. Just about dealt with by Chris Angus. Out wide for Angus. Floats one towards the far post. Headed clear. McKinnon looks for the long diagonal for Conway. Tokely's there to nod it back safely to Joe Marlin. Lowe chips it forward looking for Baxter. Houston's across well. Good strength on the edge of his box. Lowe touches it down for Munro. That's intercepted and launched long looking for Stephen Ross. Ross into the penalty area. Left-footed shot wide of the mark. Good feet by Grigg. Backed up by left-back Williamson. Back down the line for Greg again. Good little interchange on this left-hand side. Delivery comes in towards the near post. Good header away. Here's Conway now with a chance to run at the Brora defence and he carries it into their half. Still Conway. Houston across well to quell the danger. Long by Tokely. Mackay will pick that up and clear. It's Stewart. Now for Conway. Inside for Lowe. Easily cut out by former Ross County man Grant Munro. Williamson. Down the line for Greg. Steps inside and goes down. Referee blows his whistle, gives a free kick. And Graham Stewart will go into the referee's notebook here. He's not happy, clearly thinks it's his first foul challenge of the evening. Ball into the box and Munro's there in front of the goalkeeper who did very well to keep it out. Munro battling with Xander Sutherland. Oh, and Munro's nicked it here. He can come forward 25 yards out. Munro hits it just over the bar. I think Joe Marlin might have got fingertips to that. Good effort. Corner high towards the far post. Headed back across goal. McKinnon's there just wide. Was stretching for it a little bit, Lewis McKinnon, but a good opportunity. McKinnon's free kick low towards the edge of the box. Here is Lowe. Does well to turn. Houston will put his foot through that. Stephen Ross chasing. McKinnon puts it back up into the air. Houston's won it again. It's another long ball looking for the pace of Stephen Ross in behind. He'll take it into the area. Still Ross. Looks for support. He has Greg on the edge of the box. Skips inside onto his right foot. Couldn't wrap his foot around it. Here's Sutherland. Ball in towards the near post. Good dummy by Mackay. Angus is underneath it. Slices it behind for a corner. Towards the penalty spot. Stewart wins the nod down. Lowe puts his foot through it. Decent ball to the far post by Morrison. Nodded down. I think that's gone behind for a corner. And here comes Munro's header off the line. We'll come back out on that far side. Lifted back towards the near post. Williamson off the bar. It'll fall for Williamson again. The league leaders have the lead here at Victoria Park. Colin Williamson reacted first to his header that came back off the bar. 19 minutes gone, it's 1-0. Ball came back in towards the near post from the corner. Williamson off the bar, shows good reactions and hits it on the volley, on the turn, into the roof of the net. Buckie 0, Brora 1. Conway's free kick. Cleared. It might break to Angus here. Angus comes all the way back to Mackay. Onto his left foot and high towards the edge of the box. Flicked on. But Ross will put his foot through that. And Brora will give chase. Here's Greg battling with Conway. Conway does well to keep hold of that. Munro into the right channel. Baxter's a William runner. Does well. Gets the delivery in towards the 6-yard box. Totally very composed to chest it back to his goalkeeper. That's a huge kick by Joe Mallin all the way into the Buckie box. And Mackay couldn't get his foot round it. Been in excellent form this season, Stephen Mackay. Williamson gets it back from the throw-in and down into the left channel. Oh, Ross has done really well to get there ahead of the defender. Back to Greg. Looks to deliver towards the far post. Sutherland arriving just over the bar. Well picked out by Greg. A good run by Xander Sutherland. Morrison with plenty of time. Looks for an option. That option is down the line for Greg. Does well to skip inside. He's beat 2 men. Greg into the area. Flashes the shot across goal wide of the far post. Been very busy down the left-hand side this evening. Corner up towards the far post. Munro and the goalkeeper collide. It's out harmlessly for a goal kick in the end. Sutherland's dinked that into the 6-yard box. McKinnon can head it over his own bar. Delivery towards the near post. Munro's flick on. Half clear. Sutherland's there. Straight through to the goalkeeper. McKinnon looks to take the free kick quick. Looking for Lowe's feet. Cut out. Greg manages to lift it into the path of Ross. Oh, he's beaten the man, and Brora are pouring forward here. Ross can find Sutherland in the area. Slips it underneath the onrushing goalkeeper. And the former Buckie man has doubled Brora's lead over his former side. It was 4-on-1 at one point, and Stephen Ross chose the right option. Xander Sutherland kept his head, slotted it under the goalkeeper. 2-0. Munro's free kick. Ross wins the nod down. Sutherland hits it first time, beaten away by the goalkeeper. Here's Greg. Can't beat his man. He's clipped forward, mopped up by Tokley. Heads it square for Munro. 2 former Premier League players combining there. Munro's long ball. Headed forward, but Morrison can put his foot through that. Stephen Ross, no offside flag into the area. Oh, his touch is just too heavy. Daniel Bell is out well to save at his feet. Here's Ross, turns out and moves it to the right-hand side for Sutherland. Chance to run at the fullback. Sutherland into the penalty area, across the 6-yard box, and Stephen Ross is there for the tap-in. He got 2 on his debut at the weekend, and the Ross County loanee finishes the move that he started here. He got it out wide right for Sutherland, tricked his way to get it across the 6-yard box. I think it eventually comes off of Stephen Ross's knee, but they all count. 3-0. Throw into Graham Stewart, chance to deliver. Davidson with a free header. Couldn't generate enough power and an easy save in the end. Stephen Ross has it with his back to goal. That's a good turn. Tries to dig out the cross. Easily gathered by Bell. Into Davidson's feet. Brought down by Gillespie. Home side looking to get on with it here late on in this first half. It's Munro. Out to Wood on the left-hand side. Delivery towards the near post. Comes out to the edge of the box. Davidson hits it on the volley, blocked. And Greg will complete the clearance as the referee Thomas Shaw brings the first half to its conclusion. Up in the air on the edge of the Brora box. Houston underneath it. Lowe chips it into the area. Conway will hit it on the volley over the bar. Wood's header down. Morrison comes in to win it. Good strength, lays it back. It's clipped over the top. Ross will give chase. The goalkeeper Bell is out to hoof it clear into the stand, and that fan's retrieved it. Free ticket and a touch of the ball. What a good evening he's having. Munro's underneath that. Williamson half clear. And Stewart bundles Xander Sutherland to the ground there. Sutherland's ball towards the penalty spot. Hoisted clear. Chested off by Houston for Tokley. Into the right channel. Sutherland and Wood underneath it. Bit of argy-bargy there, bit of a tussle between Xander Sutherland and Darren Wood. The referees come across. We'll bring the two of them together for a quick chat. Very much a case of little versus large in this encounter. A little ruffle of the hair, no hard feelings from either player. A long kick by Joe Marlin out to this near side. Sutherland brings it down, skips past Davidson, goes down Sutherland. Davidson tripped him. The referee's coming across. I think Neil Davidson will go into the book here. Oh, it's a red card. Thomas Shaw has produced the red card and sent Neil Davidson off. Sutherland did well to bring it down from the goalkeeper's kick. Got free of Davidson. It was a pretty cynical trip, but only looked worthy of a yellow. But the Buckie stalwart will have to trudge off the pitch, and his side will have to play the remainder of this game with 10 men. Morrison's delivery towards the far post. It's flicked on. It'll break to Greg at the far post across the 6-yard box. And Stephen Mackay helps himself to his 27th league goal of the season. Gavin Morrison's delivery from set pieces has been excellent this evening. Stephen Ross got up to put a little flick on it. Greg at the far post. Back across. Mackay couldn't miss. Buckie pay the ultimate price. Down to 10 men. 4 goals down. The away supporters cheering Championi, maybe slightly prematurely, but their side remain firmly at the summit of the Highland League. Here's Xander Sutherland. Been involved in pretty much everything for Brora this evening. He skips inside the man. He's beaten 2. His right-footed cross swirling in the wind above the penalty spot. McKinnon's the defender underneath it. Good strength, really good defending. Sutherland forward. Oh, that's a lovely flick on by Greg. Here's Mackay down the left-hand side. Angus with him. Angus bundles him to the ground. Free kick to Brora. Delivered towards the penalty spot. Mackay's flicked header. Headed his hands. Knows he should have doubled his tally for the evening. Great chance. Here's Angus down the line. Into Baxter's feet. Does well to keep hold of it. Back to substitute Carroll. Loose pass though. Brora can come forward. Well cut out. Tokley's underneath it. Heads it straight up into the air. Lowe helps it on. Monroe's across to cover, and his sturdy frame can shield it all the way back to goalkeeper Joe Marlin. Ross. Out to substitute Hind. Now Sutherland wriggles free and comes inside. Xander Sutherland dinks it into the area for Ross again. The cross-come shot loops over the goalkeeper and off the bar. McKinnon can hook it away. Ross flicks it on for Sutherland. Ross has gone again down the line. He gets it back. Comes off a Buckie head. It's clear only as far as Sutherland again. Shifts it onto his right foot. Slips as he hits it. That'll run straight through for Daniel Bell. Long by Bell. Morrison miscontrols and gives away a free kick for a foul on Baxter. Oh, the free kick fired in quickly, bounces up. And Marlin has done very well to tip that onto his crossbar and preserve his clean sheet. That's a great ball by Monroe to find Ryan Watson. Across the edge of the 18-yard box. Stephen Ross swivels, hits it. And piles more misery on Buckie Thistle. His 4th goal in just 2 games for Brora. Substitute Ryan Watson squared it. Gillespie ran over it. And Ross did the rest. Turns, strikes, scores. 5-0. Corner comes in. It's Stephen Ross with the header. Straight at Daniel Bell. That's a huge corner towards the far post. Ross is there. He gets it stuck under his feet. Now he tries to dribble it out of his own box. Wood's strike loops up just over the bar. Well, that corner just tipped over the bar by the goalkeeper. Good pressure by the home side. Another corner. Whips in and out for a goal kick. Gillespie finds Hind. Here's Watson. Given away. McMillan gives it straight back again. Into the area for Gregg. Andrew Gregg will drive towards the byline. Goalkeeper's done well to tip that behind for a corner. Watson, Morrison, Hind. Cross loops up towards the near post. Well gathered by Daniel Bell, who's had a better game than the scoreline would suggest. It's full time here at Victoria Park. The league leaders have come and enhanced their title credentials with a clinical performance. Buckie's job was made harder by the dismissal of Neil Davidson on 64 minutes. Goalkeeper Daniel Bell did well to stop the scoreline escalating further. It's finished Buckie Thistle 0, Brora Rangers 5.
I think it's not much we can take from it. I think when you look over the course of the season, in terms of pre-season until what we're up to now, I think the goals we've scored and certainly, the goals we've conceded tells you a story. Another 5 goals tonight. Previous weeks have been much and such the same. Strathspey 11 goals and 3 last week against Clark. We're just, it's the kind of thing, a mentality we're trying to change at the club since we came and got involved with it. We're trying to be, take players to the club that have won things and have got a different mentality and get, with the boys that we've got involved as well, a knock-on effect for, winning things. And that's why we're keeping clean sheets. We've got the best goalkeeper, in my opinion, in the league. And it's just breeding confidence, and we've got guys that score goals all over the park, and it's fantastic for us,
Gary, surely you must be bitterly disappointed after that.
That's a bit of an understatement, Benj. Before the game, the $1 million question for me was, could we compete and match Brora? And I thought for the first 20-25 minutes we did, but then we lost a goal. We're quite good at defending and set plays. The guys had 3 attempts at it and he scores with the 3rd attempt. I was disappointed with that. We then concede a poor second goal for a mistake. We lose the ball in the halfway line. And again, we lose a 3rd goal for a mistake in the halfway line. And I think that was Brora's strength tonight. They're a pace and attack and counter-attack. But they're a quality side, you can see that. And I think there's a fair chance they'll go on and win this league. There's no doubt about that. They've got quality all over the park. They've got a strong back line. They've got a fantastic keeper. You saw 2 or 3 saves he made tonight. And no, I take a hat off. We were disappointed because we were very poor tonight, and I've got to apologise to fans for tonight's performance. I didn't think we'd get a performance like that tonight because I think we've played quite well of late. We've been on a wee run just of late, and I'm just disappointed.
How important is it now in these last stages that you keep on that run?
I think it's important at any stage of the season, but obviously when you come to the running, I think it's obviously Tariff and Saturday, our next 3 games. Fort William, Strathspey, Rothes, they're all tough games. You can't disrespect any team you're playing, or you just, you can find yourself tripping yourself up. But, we're at the kind of stage of the season where you have to win games if you want to pick up prizes. And, as I said in previous, we've got guys at the club that, I've been fortunate enough to win things myself, but certainly there's guys out there that are still playing that I played with that have won things, so they know how to close a league out. And as I say, with that group of players that are, coming in and getting mixed in about it, it's a knock-on effect for them for hopefully for years to come. And hopefully in terms of more success for the club, really,
Would you say that first goal was the turning point in the whole game?
No, I would say the second goal was. The second goal's the killer, because if we get in at half-time 1-0, we're still with a chance, because that was quite a strong wind there in the second half, and you saw, I think we've hit the bar. I think the keeper's had a couple of great saves. Although we've got to do better than that, but again, if we kept it at 1-0, we would have been with a shout, but the second half was a case of just getting a bit of pride back.
You say that your disappointment is embodied by the players?
Yeah, we're all disappointed, but we're in it together. It's not just about the players and me, certainly. We're all together. We've got a good bunch through there, and we've got a good spirit. Obviously, our heads are down in that, but we'll get them back up for Saturday, and hopefully we can bounce back. And it's another tough game, and it's probably the best game you can get. The best way to get a reaction is try to get a result on Saturday against another top team.
Well, the first one, got the ball in the middle of the park and played out to Sanders, and Sanders came cutting in and smashed one across to the goalie, but I think it came off the goalie and then came off my thigh, went in.
Oh, right, okay.
That's one of the defenders that came across. And the second one was a good bit of play from Dale. I shouted to him, and he's left it go through him. I just turned and hit it with my left. The difference is with players, good players around you and that, so they'll set you up. You're not always looking to set your own chances up, so it's good. It's good to have good players around you.
These games are the most important because, a place like Buckie, you don't come here and dominate games, but like today we kind of did. We kind of got the goals early and we dominated in spells, but Buckie are a great team, and I felt a wee bit sad for them, especially being here for so long, The fans were great, but it's a good 3 points for us, and we're delighted with them. We genuinely believe we can win every game, and we don't go out to just win by 1 or 2. We want to go out and win by a lot and enjoy ourselves. And obviously, clean sheets are important, which we've managed to do all season. And I think the confidence in the whole team, it's the highest it's been. We think we can go anywhere and win. We've got our targets. I think we've got 14 games left of the season, including the League Cup, and our aim's to win every one of them.
Is there any fear before tonight's game that it could be a slip-up?
Oh, possibly. I mean, it's any games like that midweek or even on a Saturday. Your teams are always looking for you to slip up, especially when they're getting chased. We're at the top of the league on merit, and that's all it is. We had a 4-point cushion before tonight. It could have been a slip up, a difficult venue. Last time we were here with the game getting called off, it was slightly breezy. The conditions could have been like that tonight, but our attitude was spot on from the first minute and thoroughly deserved our 5-0. And it's a difficult venue at the best of times, as is most places you visit. But Buckie's always a tricky place for visiting clubs, and we were fortunate enough to score 5 goals, clean sheet, and another 3 points.